joining us live on this edition of Startup Central. Rohan, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this live broadcast. Tell us a little bit about this feature. I'm also being told it has been integrated with the government's CoWIN app.
Hi, Nayantara. Thanks for having me on the show. You can hear me clearly?
Loud and clear. You're on live television. Go ahead.
Got it. Okay, basically, the government website, cowin.gov.in, this has integrated MapmyIndia's maps and APIs, which enable anybody to find the nearest vaccination centers to them. You can simply go to cowin.gov.in, type in your location, be it a house address, be it a village, be it a locality, and then see the nearest vaccination centers to you on the map and then get directions to it.
Can you give me an idea of how extensive this is? Now, this would also mean the integration that you have to, at the back end, have information, right? That these are the various centers. So that has been shared with you by who? The government itself?
Yeah. So there are about 40,000 plus vaccination centers. I think they're categorized into three parts, as the press release of the government said on Saturday, which is the PMJAY under the Ayushman Bharat. Those private hospitals which are under that, they're about 9,000-10,000. There's central government hospitals like AIIMS or Goa Medical College, etc. About 1,000 odd of those. And the rest are the state health facilities, primary healthcare facilities. There are quite a few of those, about around 30,000 or something like that. So all of those 40,000 plus vaccination centers, they have put it out in the public domain. We have real-time geospatially mapped those so that people can then see on the map exactly where those are, and they can just simply type in where they are and see the nearest ones. It makes their decision-making easy as to where they want to go.
So then, did you, I want to ask you this question, which is, and to the best of your knowledge, are you the only ones who have this information where you can go on a map and search which are the near COVID centers nearby for vaccinations? Were you selected by the center and, the states have also shared with you, or are others also offering this?
So the government has actually put out the PDF and Excel in the public domain. It was out there on Saturday. I think in general, MapmyIndia's kind of job and our activities are that we are able to real-time map places. That's what we've been saying for a long time, that MapmyIndia is more hyper-local and has this real-time mapping technology team process, so that when new information comes out, we can make it available to the public as well as to app developers. So if you remember when pandemic set in last year, we were the first to kind of start figuring out mapping and sharing the information as to which are the nearest testing, treatment, and isolation centers, as well as where the containment zones are. The government is disseminating this information, but then to organize that information, map it, and then make it available through easy-to-use apps and APIs, that's kind of what the technology and capabilities of MapmyIndia are. And I think given that this is such a big drive, where 130 crore citizens need to be made informed. I think the government saw that we have the capability to do this, definitely far before anybody else. And as they try to roll out these systems quickly to help citizens, I think they integrated our APIs and maps for that. You have to integrate some maps or the other. Typically people integrate the foreign ones. I think the government this time felt that, a capable Indian company, why not integrate them? Because the others don't have it also right now. You look on any other platform, even the information is out in the public domain and PDFs and Excels, no other company has it on their maps.
Okay. Can you give me an idea? Because today is day one of such a massive vaccination drive for the public, for phase 2, for what has been selected. Have you seen more traction on MapmyIndia? Do you have any data points to share with us that since today morning, how many people have checked out MapmyIndia, checked out this particular feature to be precise?
I think, of course, the traffic on cowin.gov.in must be huge. I think everybody, so many crores of citizens were probably anticipating this day, 9 a.m. They were going to log in and see how to register themselves, see the nearby vaccination centers. So, yeah, traffic has been just incredible, off the roof kind of situation. I mean, we had a tough time keeping up in the morning, to be honest.
Oh, you did. I think everybody in the morning involved with COVID have had a tough one. But Rohan, I want to move on from this and also ask you, for all those that are tuning in, how precise is the information that is being shared on MapmyIndia, which has been integrated by COVID? You have every single center in India right now which has been mapped, and that also precisely?
Uh, I would say the information that is out there in the public domain in terms of how many hospitals, which centers are there, we've tried to put them all. There might be a few errors here and there, to be honest, but to the best of our capability, we've done it. We'll continue to stay in touch with the government to make sure that any new information that comes in, we are mapping. We honestly, we've not had that much time. It's literally Saturday to Monday. We are talking about like less than 36 hours to go live for mapping 40,000 places precisely. A large majority are precisely mapped based on the information that is there in the Excel and PDF, the name of the hospital, the address. When you try to geospatially map them, sometimes there could be errors. It could be at a locality or a district level, but so there will be some errors. But in the backend, what our team is doing through our tech as well as manual QC is continuing to fine tune this information. So if you are checking back, after a couple of days or every day, you'll see information get more and more precise. In case you found something which was incorrect, I mean, the large majority, I would say, found information that is already correct and useful to them. Like, for example, I saw near Vasant Vihar, Indian Spinal Injury Center is probably the place we would like to select. I'm just giving an example. So yeah, this is real, real download on the situation right now.
Okay. And how precise are the locations? Have you been able to basically map it right now for the bigger areas, bigger districts? What is it?
No, the locations are pretty precise. Like, I was literally in Goa yesterday and I could see that Goa Medical College and Manipal, exactly where they are, is where it was showing on the map. And it was not just because I was there that we got it correct. I mean, in general, it's really precise down to the doorstep. This is also something MapmyIndia prides itself on. You can type in a village in Bihar, for example, Siwan, or you can type in a house address. You can type in your e-lock, which is a six-character code for any place in India, and you'll see exactly the nearest set of, in sorted in distance, the nearest, vaccination centers to you. So it's really precise, really easy to use, also valuable information.
Rohan, now that you have this, have you been in touch with the government? How will you scale it up? Right now, you have relied primarily on information which is out there in public domain put out by the center as well as the states. Just to keep this going, are you in conversation at all? Right now, you have access to what, 40,000 centers information?
Right. The government has integrated us into the CoWIN website. There's no CoWIN app for, by the way, citizens. There's this misconception. That's for administrators only. The CoWIN website, cowin.gov.in, is where people go to register themselves. So they've integrated, and hence we will have a feedback loop with them that as they want to publish more information as to if and when there are new vaccination centers that come up, I'm sure we'll be collaborating with them. The other thing also is that our APIs are there. So what this enables is any app developer, any website which wants to kind of integrate this information for their users or their employees, their customers in some context, to show where the nearest vaccination center, for example, to your factory is. or where your customers live. They can also do that using the MapmyIndia API. So it's quite interesting time for information to percolate to everybody, so everybody is well informed.
Before I let you go, Rohan, I've got to ask you, what is the update as far as ISRO goes? MapmyIndia's version of what viewers will understand to be Google Earth?
Yeah, it's going well. See, already the MapmyIndia app is available to people for people to use through mapmyindia.com/move. They can download it. It's already probably, I believe, of course, a better alternative to the foreign map apps. Better quality satellite imagery is going to come thanks to ISRO. That's going to happen soon. And even ISRO's own portals, be it Bhuvan or Vedas or Mostak, which are used by scientists and researchers, will be getting enriched with more MapmyIndia maps and information. So it's a two-way exchange, and I think the benefit for India and Indians is that they'll see the best of the public sector indigenous solution, which is ISRO, and the best of the private sector indigenous solution, be it MapmyIndia. There'll be two solutions which are alternatives to the international Google Maps, Google Earth, and everything serves its own use case. So I think it's going to be a great time for innovation in mapping, geospatial, satellite imagery, etc. So it's a good thing for all citizens to enjoy the benefits.
We'll leave it at that, Rohan. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us live on this edition of Startup Central. That's MapmyIndia for you, ladies and gentlemen. One of the winners of the Atmanirbhar App Challenge. The government also choosing for integration on the CoWIN website with Atmanirbhar apps like MapmyIndia. You can go on it and figure out the nearest COVID-19 vaccination centers near you. With that, we're going to take a short commercial break, but stay tuned. A lot lined up on today's edition. We'll also be talking M&As. Windgreens bought raw pressery for about 100 to 110 crore rupees, and there's nothing raw about this deal for Windgreens. Pardon my pun. We'll pick up on that and a lot more after this break.